Greetings everyone, this is Aurora and it's another stunner of a day. Holy Spirit rain, just because the legal federal system is not still one with the Confederates, we are still having a gap in manifestation. So here's a little latest energy update for today, February 18th, 2022. We are still located on the north end of Hilton Head Island at a Circle K, one of our also co-creating partners in this endeavor. Currently, the rotational angle has went ahead and flipped somewhat very many nano inch degrees that are highly influential for creational purposes. How this manifested was just an acceleration in metabolistic, congregational, general atmospheric conditions, and the manifestations are speeding up since we have brought it down to the physical as well with, back surgical procedures leading to even new anchors for divine masculine consciousness, which has been something of the next value of tenacity. With all the work done, finally I get these silent beings who just come in like ghosts, just open the door out for me and I go out, go to the next corner to the right. Some of these vulgar individuals who have expectations and judgments, they just spit on the floor. And so that being just swung by in the car, and it was just a instant ride to everything on end to the jokes on her. They're saying, hey, from Lisa on Twitter, hi, how are you? So yeah, we went all the way to the several locations whereby the rate of consciousness in masculine vessel is fooling me at this point, because I look straight in there and I'm multi-dimensionally bringing it on, but then their gap is still here. So in response to all this, we are still continuing with the process of generational curse breaking. I know that they have this court case whereby they're trying to, keep me at gunpoint for the purpose of speeding up this court case, driving me through this, there, and there. However, internally, we are still with the Confederates working on mirror, mirror, row, row. So same as the masculine has devalued me, my essence, and everything else, now when they come in and they go, my dick and my sperm is a healer, and that is what will enable you to yada yada, my galactic team is still holding me back, allowing them to do whatever manifestations in space and time they need, holding all my power back to inner ignite in terms of absolution and absolute implosion, so that we continue on this confederacy, um, bringing down all the heaven codes, because mind you, the being was very highly in resonating frequentially. However, there is a sense of inertia. Their skin, their whole vessel is inert. This whole old paradigm sex, where it's all about the erection and the consumption of matter through a human vessel, is still part of vampiristic behaviorals. So for these matters, we are still being really rerouted with the Galactic Confederates to 100% stay very sharp and aware, because we see those beings coming by and looking here and whatever else is going on. However, all there is to say still is, once a being meets their actual real twin flame soul essence, and then I spun in time and space because of the terrorist agenda of insinuational sins, Chamber of Commerce, 843, the murder of my feminine lineage, in order to force patriarchs, to make us into those chicks who need a guy to get a roof and to get to seek acknowledgement, and they're trying to now put me under the umbrella of my grandmother Laura and not Nazik, because they have, but they forgot that and it was my house. She said, that's your home, before she passed, you know. And so what I did wrong was, as soon as I found messages on the biological father's phone regarding chicks at work that was being turned on by him, and sex texting him, whatever, I very suddenly could not handle being in that space. So I spoke to the uncle downstairs at the office, and Chloe Fadin, and I was like, hey, what do you do in such a case, hypothetically speaking, if there is such a being going on in a coma, and that's what do you do? He said this was totally unacceptable, and now I didn't say what's going on, because I don't want to get my biological father in any trouble per se, because I have respect and honor, because I know it's my house anyway, because I've already done the work and I've laid the ground roots basis. So I decided to get out of the way, because I ain't the wife, nor am I in their bed, nor do we favor really anything incestuous, really, or whatever else this is. I mean, so I left to test the grounds to see where that would get, and I came here, and then I believe it was all an arranged thing with the George Malouf, even though they told me, oh, he's insane, don't talk to him, but it was to kind of deny that they were involved in what I was to discover later about the events, whereby they would have already set up the, wedding away from me for someone else with my twin flame, and try, to like get themselves off the hook. So that's when Brazil made an association 911 with Lebanon to do this plan to avoid, or maybe they didn't know about my resurrection, which most probably they may have or may not, because that was something shared with my mother lineage, basically and practically. And had she not been burnt, because it was all a real, actual, arranged setup, meaning they already knew that, they was going to impregnate Russia, and then they was waiting for me to see what I was going to do about that. And they's trying to get me straight in the wall, meaning the Canadian lawyer was bouncing back emails to make me go back 2 days in, to get me in trouble at any cost. They tried to shut down all my phone, all my apps, invaded everything, everything froze. Just like now Russia's trying to do again with the Ukraine thing. Everything froze. I called 911. That's when they took me to the facility, and that's when they started the lies and everything. Now that I got out and I exposed that, they already know that it was actually pre-arranged for her to get pregnant, to steal the resurrection, Aurora, Diamond, Rainbow, Morning Star. The other one is Aurora, Diamond, Rainbow, Amber, and then give me the dima tea thing, keep me unresurrected, and burn my mom in the process to then give me the funds. Now that's not how I am by nature. I am not a greedy person. I love my mom with my whole self, and I only came to the United States to find a recipe, procedure, implementationals with my plasma tech to heal her. And I am beyond confident and 1000% certain that had I been allowed free motion and served my rights at the right time, I would have taken the plane at the right time, and what I would have healed the woman, and we would have launched new creation from House of the Future together. You guys have no right to follow through with Therese's orders in having already kicked me out of my own chalet in Fatra, which you, Nicholas, said you built for Maya, not Therese. You had her picture all over. You had used me since birth to create all your insurance businesses, all your concepts and ideas. I went to work every day with you, and you know very well I was at every meeting, at every table, and all your partners know it was me. And I'm the main topic of proliferation of all these businesses regarding financial with all my aunts in banking sector since the beginning of time. I am that consciousness and intelligence behind all of this, behind all the medical, all everything else. So now if they want to rob my power and try to force me to become greedy and to suck a dick to advance a court case, and like, no. First of all, doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that I am not open to new love, or love at all, or loving. It is, but I will still not rape a fabulous being. He probably got raped this morning. It rained a lot. They probably, used him for, whatever purposes. Probably took him back to the same places we was so that he can portray how he looked into my eyes, got all my soul codes, got all my body codes, and then bang them into whoever else went for that. Since I didn't travel, because they're giving me chances. Like, what are you gonna do? In the old paradigm, I am not Dima Tabrawi. Dima Tabrawi probably would have done it. I am Aurora. And I did receive my Morning Star, and that's nothing that anybody using those old paradigm means can actually rob, So we are not at all in a state of fear, the Confederates and myself, all in creation, all these manipulation games based on defaming, debasing me for someone else's glory, supposing that I don't work, meaning I ain't, like them, I don't, and then they think that that's being a high priestess and that I'm being, a baby or a nun, when I am the highest vision versions of ever awakener, like in creation. I completely give people's power back, and I noticed that this guy was not 100% congruent with the energy of respecting mother energy. So I would make a motion from this to that, and I don't like, puppy intelligence, like they just follow me. No, you gotta be your own. You gotta stand there to then I will feel your whole essence, your smell, your touch. You will be healthy. But otherwise, I'm not gonna do like tit for tat or whatever. Oh, he's from like those Latino countries, he's young, la la la. Fabulous, but I will not wrong anyone or myself. So I already, soon as that happened, because he was all, he was literally sent by God, and he said it. But now I am telling God as goddess how it really works for heaven on earth to unite, and I can't burn bridges at all. So I'm very grateful for the respect and for God's help in sending me helpers and divine anchors, because I am very anticipant at downloading full divine consciousness into my divine masculine vessels for them to comprehend how to best shift around their energies for new creational purposes, because I can't do the puppy fuck in the old paradigm, and you're all on that octave. That's why you're all sad, miserable, stuck with people you don't want to be stuck with, and you play entrapment game. I'm not entrapped. If people outside myself are projecting these energies on me, it's on them, not on me, repeatedly. So now, I will set up even more boundaries. Like, the more I get divine help and divine anchors, literally, if this wonderful being calls me again, He's going to have to go through his 1 hour session. 72 hours later, his DNA is totally upgraded. And then if he's still acting old paradigm-ish, it means that I will have to now work harder to attract the next level, individual that will be able to anchor consciousness, to have me be switched up and turned on. Because you have to remember, I already met that being, which is the essence of the twin flame. And then since then, as soon as I met the morning star and it dawned upon me, everything shifted and you can't go back. I have nothing at all to say about how much I have upgraded from my just rainbow to rainbow morning star. I mean, the rainbow was fabulous. I was still having the ability to even have, certain thoughts of desire or lust or wanting to be part of, oh, I want to try an orgy. I told, Russell when I was in Florida, oh my God, tonight I'm going to have a threesome. And then they sent me on purpose their people, the mushroom midget people with their statues. And they do everything but give me what I need. So they've already started to put the spell work on me back a long time ago. And then we stopped talking, because then, they started to show me, like, I'm at Ruby Tuesdays having lunch, and then they put the waitress named Amber, or whatever, like, or like anywhere I went in Florida, oh, the store manager's name has to be Crystal, it was like always coming back, regurgitating, and then the Heather, or are you there? And then, it follows me around everywhere. Apparently he has 6 options, and everybody wants the guy, and he only wants me, and whatever, and then, the feds are trying to keep him away from me to protect the fake marriages. Now, all I have to tell everyone is, if you all as one don't assist divine beings in coming to that, and I'm still not sure, because I know there's that Stephen Thompson is a different guy than Russell Pearson. It's a lot on me, basically, really. So, all I know is, beings generally should be aiding us in reuniting and in taming the karmics that are wild and insane. You shouldn't plow for oh, it's fun, let's watch them have competition, oh, let's see if Russia gonna invade Ukraine today, or what excuse Putin is gonna invent right now. And that's the loudest dogs bark the weakest dogs are the ones who bark the loudest. So Ukraine has to have zero fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. If you are scared, it will happen. That's how it goes. If you enter a room, when you're in A and beyond, this frequency that I am bringing down on earth now from heaven every moment, including for the courts and everything else, when you're in that frequency, there is no attachments, there's no expectations, there's only love in the highest. And that's it. You can't have expectations from people, you can't, no. And then true divine union is even the next level up. We already have literally even he was pretty advanced, and he felt in my spine up here there's and I don't want to, but the new creation seeds are within me. It's real. It's not like Hoopa Loopa land. No, the seeds are real. I need to undo myself. So all of these unknowledgeable, spiritually inert chiropractors and beyond, I don't recommend you go to them, because all of them have given me wrong guidance as to how to heal myself. I know what I'm doing. I know my healing process, and it's really working. So I really recommend, look but don't touch. Don't touch each other. You don't know what you're doing. Don't touch each other. You have no idea about the laws of spirit and how to apply them on the physical. Really, I am honestly telling you the truth. The federal laws have to change. You have no choice. I'm not attacking you. I am endowing you. Namaste and blessings.